just driving in on a Forest Service road. Gonna find a spot to camp that's really nice. Got great views. Go check out Alberta's views. You know, not in the parks, but in public land. So see what you think. Follow along. And again, this video will be an intro to the location, and then the next one will get a little more intimate. It's not a bad view either. Sometimes when I'm in a new area, I'll stop and start to check out potential places to take the trailer that maybe no one would, or less likely to, unless they're really small pop-up overland. By stopping, checking out little off branches of paths, potential camp spots. You don't always find camping, but is the view not worth it just the same? I think so. Dogs are bouncing too, so hey. It took me a little bit, but I found this hide. I had to axe it apart in order to get both dogs a share. So when I do have an idea where I want to go and establish that, then I take my turn down some Forest Service road or exploration road and start poking my way down, depending on how much time I have and where I think I'm going to make my first camp. Because that's going to change at some point depending on how long I stay in one location. You know, because you don't know the area, so it's all new. So basically, I ended up, in this case, driving in quite a ways and just camping here in the center of the screen, basically. And then from there, I base camp, I explore either by foot, by bike, or by my truck, and I make notes on Gaia. And Gaia's a great app as long as you have cellular coverage. I find it's not so great when you don't have cell coverage. It's not kept the information when I tried tracking. And as you can see, I put a lot of icons for their, you know, if I see potential hikes, I'll throw those in. If I'll take photos as a future reference and mark other campsites that I can potentially use or get to at another point in time. And this time I will move.
Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let's go and
So this is the first camp, you know, given the time of day and how far I went in, this was a really nice spot, so this is where I'll base camp from. But the next spot I do discover and decide to challenge myself to get to, here is a little sneak peek of what it looks like there. So we leave from base camp. I bike all the way down 14 miles or 24 kilometers until we actually intersect the Great Divide Trail, where I leave the bike and we hike up to the top of the pass of Alberta and British Columbia. And as this rotates, you'll get to see another hike I do tomorrow, the next day, at Gould Dom. This is easy going down. Yep. It's been a lot of ups and downs on this road. It's a closed trail. You can only access it by foot, horse, or pedal bike. So we're heading towards BC border. So after we set the bike down, after I crossed the bridge on the Great Divide Trail, we're only on that trail for a short distance before we deviate onto an old exploration road that takes you up to the mountain pass. And we went like 1.7 miles or 2.4 kilometers to get up there. And apparently beyond that is nothing but open pit coal mines after open pit coal mines. So it was a great little deviation and added to the day. Just to see. I am close to the pass, which goes over the Alberta border and BC border. But I'm just going to go a little higher, and that's it. Back. I don't know what would have killed this little guy. Maybe old age, I don't know. Definitely big paws on him. It's funny, I've come across several of these large trees cut. Just down there is where the bobcat or lynx is dead. Hopefully it died of old age and peacefully. But none of the trees around here are near the size of these ones that are dead, that have been chopped down a long time ago, probably to make this trail. Back from the BC-Alberta border, this road would have been made a long time ago. And when we open the forest up like this, it also allows water a place to collect and run. And over time, it ruts it all out. But now BC and Alberta seem to be tightening up the reins on where ATVs and even dirt bikes and electric bikes can even go. So that's where we're at, making our way back down. I am not alone. Beside my two dogs, we got the Canadian bird, the whiskey jack, or the gray jay. I have a hard time believing that a bobcat would starve to death here. Like, here's 3 more of the pheasants up here. Be a pretty rough ride on any type of vehicle. Maybe not so bad on a bike. Time for lunch. This is our view. I'm going to try and block that sun. Oh, a cloud just went. Not a bad view. It clouded over and looked like it might rain, but looks like it's clearing up. Wonder if I can get to the top of that or not. So we've gone over 15 kilometers today, and I don't mind saying, but I got a sore butt from this bike, a blister from the hike portion of it. So I'm guessing we got another 12 kilometers before we're back. Pixie is now officially just over 12 years old, and here she is leading the way. Tuba is right behind me. She's a machine. Love her. This is my third puddle to drive through. The beaver have dammed it off with that log and pushed a bunch of stones against the log. It's deeper than it looks. Comes up over my axles, and I sunk in the gravel on the way through. So I'm going to go downstream, see if I can have better success crossing. Because once you get off the bike, these tires want to float. Hopefully I won't drop the phone. I forgot to bring the phone holder for the bike. Look out, your bike. She's deep. Oh, I got a soaker. On it, but this is exactly why. I mean, you're not even allowed to drive back in here, and here we have it. And it seems like the people who drink these are the ones throwing them out. It seems like, because this is the beer I'm finding. You're not allowed to drive back here anymore. Brutal. There's one big scat pile. Scared to let go, I'm scared to lose some point out myself. I'll give it all for the view, and only worry can bring me down. You said the mountain is you. It turned out to be a good trail. Kind of got into some bushwhacking. But we are getting closer. I don't know if I'll peak it, but definitely getting closer. Look at all the wood that's just been blown over. Maybe an avalanche started it all. I don't know. Looks like it's all been snapped off. I'm following this dry bed creek. Oops. But she's a workout. And it's definitely not a well-traveled path. I don't mind saying. I'm humping and pumping. It's gotten really steep. You can barely see where we come in through the forest. Or out of the forest. And then hooked over to this dry bed stream. Buy's about dead middle, sitting there waiting for me. This has been one steep climb, and I'm pretty exhausted after 24 kilometers of bike riding. Well, 18 or 19, and then, 5.5 kilometers of hiking up to a pass and down. So, and this is still pretty damn steep. I did not expect to see a hoodoo up here. I don't even know if you can see it right in the center. Probably not. It's gotten to the point where it's so steep, I don't even want to look up anymore. I'm just going little by little. Yeah. That's as high as we're going. I'm not gonna try and bag this one. That's sketchy. And the guided trail cuts across sooner than I would cut across, but this is mountain goat territory now.
Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
I don't know if you can see him, but there is a mountain goat just above the spruce trees in the middle of the screen. I didn't stay at the top long because of the time of day and how much sooner the sun is going down. And also we did see bear scat in the denser forest. So I really didn't want to be up there too long and then have to come down in the dark or darker, because that forest is pretty thick and decent tall trees, so it's dark in there as it is. Not a lot of sunlight's coming in. We're down through the thick of stuff and just traveling on this very old exploration trail. Yeah, guess I had it right here. That's it for now. And yet another fountain.